Hello, you beautiful water friends. I hope you are doing fantastic. Thank you for joining me for another reading. If you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, these messages are going to be for you. Now, my water friends, heads up. There is a full moon at the end of this week on Friday. So what that means for you guys, especially because you're water signs, you are uber emotional at times, okay? The full moon is usually going to spark some emotional responses and make you feel it a little bit more. So heads up on that. That also means that you can be experiencing some intuitive messages. So please do not get confused between your emotional body kicking off and the intuition that is coming to you. Don't jump at, the first feeling that comes along. Sit with this before you take some action, okay, water signs? So what's the main energy going on for our water signs here, especially with this new moon coming up? Water signs, please. Water signs, water signs. This is where we need to stop. Cultivating prosperity. Wow, I love this. Water signs, what are you trying to build? What are you trying to grow, okay? Seeds have been planted for you. So what this tells me is you've already started off on some projects or started off in a new direction, and now you're waiting to see what is going to come from the decisions and the actions that I've already taken. What's going on with these water signs? So definitely for some of you, this is a career piece. Like I said, I feel like you've already made some decisions and now you're working and operating in this new energy that you've created for yourself and waiting to see what is the turnaround or what is going to be the outcome here. For some of you as well, I also feel that you're banding together with other people. And interestingly enough, I feel that for some of you water signs, you are going to be banding together with possibly either family members or spouses or people that you know personally, not necessarily in a work capacity, to move forward and do new projects together. That message isn't for everyone, okay? So what's the main situation? Page of Swords, all right? So this is telling me that you are starting to do your research and you're starting to really look at the details of this. So like I said, what have we accumulated? What sort of momentum have we gained from the actions and the changes that we've already put into place? So you're either keeping a keen eye on the numbers and trying to see where am I fluctuating, where are we trending, how is this looking for us? And you also might be looking either at your competition or looking at what other people or organizations are doing similar things, all right? Ace of Cups, so this is what's getting in the way. Do you feel right about the changes that you have done, water signs? And I think the reason why this card is showing up is because you're not seeing trends at this point. You're not seeing any sort of patterns in terms of what to expect or what you're going to receive after the changes you have made, all right? So I can understand why you feel a little bit off balance because you haven't seen the fruits of your labor come in. You have a good feeling about what's going to happen, but you haven't seen it show up in your hands. Let's pull a couple other cards and talk about your stability here. Wow, all right, that just shot out of the deck here. I think there's some other things that you're looking to add into the mix that you possibly haven't started or initiated yet. I get the Fool in reverse. So this is talking about taking leaps of faith or going in a new direction and taking some chances. Even though you don't know exactly how this is gonna work out, you have enough knowledge and wisdom in this area to say, okay, I'm going in this direction. I feel like you maybe need to incorporate some of these other ideas that you have going on in the background and start to either bring them forward and work on them to incorporate them into your existing plan, or like to really start doing more research on them and figure out when is the best timing for me to bring these other elements into this project, okay? What else is happening here though? There's a timing piece for you here, water signs. I feel like you've, with these other energies that I'm talking about, these other new projects or things that you might want to bring in, I feel like timing is of the utmost importance here. I think that you considered adding these elements in, but you stopped because something wasn't working or it didn't feel right. Good for you. Okay, hang on here. What else do I need to know? Can you clarify for this Fool? All right, there we go. Nine of Swords. Okay, so you were thinking about it. You were thinking about it a lot, possibly running it through your brain a little bit too much, because when we do those things, sometimes we tend to overthink the situation, and when we overthink, sometimes we put on the brakes because we're not totally comfortable with what's going on. Okay, I get it. So what's going on in the past that's helping to bring us to where we're at right now? Water signs. What's going on from the past? There we go. Oh, yes. So, you know how I said that you either wanted to incorporate something and didn't, or weren't sure about how it's going to progress. So in the past, I've got two amazing cards jumping out. I've got the Star, which talks about healing, but also following your own gut, following what feels right for you. And this is telling me the Sun in reverse. This is saying that possibly you went with your best guidance and advice and it didn't turn out the way you wanted. And so now you either, you know, feel like you're building on some steps that didn't work out for you, and so you're bashful to move forward again and take more chances. Okay, what else? I just heard this is taking so long. Okay, all right, I get it. You know, sometimes the things that are in our forefront or in our view, and especially in our heart for what we want, once we start walking towards it, we want to see instant gratification. We want to see this working for us and start to see the numbers come in, the money come in, the end result, whatever that looks like in your situation. Okay. Sometimes you have to be patient, my water friends. Okay, patience. And this has come up for another sign as well. All right. Okay, where do we need to focus? Where do we need to redirect our focus for our beautiful water signs? Okay, yes, Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is telling me that through all of your research, through all of your trials and errors, that you've really discovered that there is one piece that's working for you, or maybe one or two pieces that are working for you the best, and to focus on those elements and make sure that they are continuing and running smoothly. I feel like this is about the main foundation of whatever this new project is. And so this is something that you need to continue to focus on. But like I said, this Fool in reverse, there are some other things that need to be added. So I really feel that this talks about you building in the background while you continue to push forward the beginning stages of this project and what is already working for you guys. I'm hoping this makes sense for you. I can feel it, I can see it, but sometimes the way I see it and feel it, it's hard to articulate. So bear with me, my friends, okay? All right, here's the future, flying right out. Ooh, lovely. King of Pentacles and the Justice card. Now, isn't that a fantastic set to come out? Look at this. Look at that. So the King of Pentacles represent career, they represent money, they represent grounding and foundation. So this tells me that in the near future, with all the things that you've done, if you continue to keep your eyes on the prize and do what is working for you, right, and work on these other elements to add in the background, you're going to bring in the money. You're going to bring in the actual prosperity that you were looking to begin in the first place, right? And then the Justice card. I love this because even in the past here, it's showing me that you didn't feel like things were going your way. I was following my heart, I was following my intuition, but I didn't get what I wanted. What the heck, all right? So what they're saying is in the near future, the wrongs from your perspective will be righted. You're going to feel like things are smoother, things are even and more fair. Lovely. So what's the overall outcome here if we keep going? If we keep going and plugging away, okay? All right, anything else on that? Boom. Okay, yes, I love this. Water signs, I've got three cards that came out for you. I've got the Three of Wands in reverse. I have the Magician, lovely, and Judgment in reverse. And what this tells me is you have decided that I know what works for me. I've seen the path of progress. I've seen the path of success for you in this project, and I'm gonna move forward with what I've got because it's already working, okay? Like I said, add some stuff in the back, do the research, all of that, okay? But if the stuff that you're doing is already working, then keep going with it, okay? And with the Magician and the Judgment card in reverse coming out to support this, what this tells me is instantaneous or instant gratification results are not happening right away, but they are coming. Sometimes you don't see the fruits of your labor right away. But if we're cultivating, just like this card says, we're waiting to see out of all of our seeds that we've planted and that are starting to grow, where is it going to take us? So be patient. This is a fantastic card that's saying you're putting the energy in the right direction and you're going to see the fruits of your labor. And with this Judgment in reverse, it's making me feel like you're not making any apologies. Judging yourself over what's right, what's wrong, should I, shouldn't I, is this step right for me? This is telling me that you feel calm and cool and collected with your own decision-making ability and you move forward proudly. Good for you, water signs. I hope these messages made sense for you, and if they did, please don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to do weekly readings for all of you. Thank you for joining me.